We begin this evening with the man that everybody wants to talk to, Congressman James Clyburn from South Carolina. He's the third-ranking Democrat. He is a powerful force in South Carolina politics and national politics and the Democratic Party. Tell me what you make of all the things that have happened.
Well, I think it's very, very unfortunate that this campaign that I thought was being conducted on a very high plane by all the candidates. I was very proud of the field of candidates that we have. I'm very proud of the three that are still left. I'm very hopeful now that this little episode will get behind us very soon, and we can go back to talking about which one of these three people will best represent the interest of the Democratic Party as we go into the general election.
What did you make of what Bob Johnson said? I mean, he is a very prominent African-American businessman, a billionaire who created BET.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And a very close friend of mine. I've known Bob since he was a press secretary on the Hill working for Walter Fauntleroy. Yeah. It's when we first met. And I think that he's a businessman, much more than a politician. And sometimes business people who don't practice politics daily will say things in a very inartful way. He said that's what was the case here.
But it is said that you reacted negatively and said so about some of the things that you had heard said that came from within, either from Senator Clinton or from President Clinton, that you articulated how this could be felt deeply by African Americans.
Sure. I don't think I was being negative. I think I was trying to say to the candidates to be very, very careful how you address certain issues. For instance, Dr. King and his period in our history is something that we all hold dear. And I know that Senator Clinton does also. I think you have to be very careful how you talk about these kinds of things, and particularly that particular era.
And you accept exactly her explanation of what she meant?
Oh, yeah, I do. And I hope we will move on beyond this.
Will you endorse somebody?
I have no plans to make an endorsement. I had a very long talk with President Clinton about an hour after I got off the plane today.
Now, what did he say?
Well, we talked about the unfortunate circumstances that we find ourselves in, and I promised him, as I have all the other candidates, I will do my level best to help get us beyond this, because this campaign is about change.
What did Senator Clinton say to you, or President Clinton, about their case and how they feel about what has transpired in the last week while you were away?
I think they're both, I've spoken to both of them. I think they're both very remorseful about this. I've spoken with Senator Obama.
What did he say?
Senator Obama would love for this to get behind us. People are talking about race versus gender when we ought to be talking about Democrats versus Republicans, when we ought to be talking about health care, comparing health care programs, when we ought to be talking about a shared vision, contrasting these candidates' visions. We cannot get to that if we keep plowing old ground and dealing with those issues that are divisive. We ought to be talking about what unites us as a country and how we can unite around an agenda, but we would not know what agenda to unite around if we don't allow these candidates to get out and talk the agenda.